So first is the part genealogy. As you know that there are certain critical parts which are going into a vehicle. Now every manufacturer needs to track his vehicle emission factors to collected cloud platform. So he needs to have every minute details where the vehicle is moving, whether the person has altered anything in the vehicle. Because in case something comes up that your vehicle is not performing as per emission standard, the manufacturer can tell them that look, this guy has done something in this vehicle.
Hello and welcome to CIO News. I am Khushbu Soni, your host for the broadcast and founder of CIO News. This is our exclusive interview series where we'll be talking about the trends of digital transformation in the automobile industry. And I'm very excited to invite my guest. We have Anand Deodhar, the Group Chief Information and Digital Officer at Force Motors. Thank you so much, Anand, for taking our time and doing this interview with us.
Thank you, Soni, and very delighted to be part of this meeting.
Sure, thank you. So, well, Anand, you need no introduction, but I'm going to take a few seconds to do that. So, Anand is an innovative and highly capable, result-oriented transformation leader. He has proven track record of successful projects that he's delivered, made substantial contributions to the business by shaping technology, vision, strategy, and re-ensuring that major technology initiatives are executed effectively in all the organizations that he's worked for. Anand has great expertise in implementing the design thinking methodology, and currently he's leading the entire digital transformation strategy and the technology strategy for Force Motors. Thank you so much once again, Anand. And I'm really looking forward to having this conversation where we talk about the trends of digital transformation in the automobile and manufacturing industry.
So thank you, Khushbu, for introduction. I think you covered everything of my profile. Thanks a lot.
Awesome. Anand, if you can probably help understand what are the expected trends of digital transformation to be followed in the automobile industry in 2024?
Well, there are many multiple trends that are followed in automotive sector. I'll name few important things which are going to impact the automotive sector. So first is the part genealogy. As you know that there are certain critical parts which are going into a vehicle. We can straightway say that we have got a bill of material and with that I can relate those parts to the vehicle, but it's not that way. Your bill of material is always changing. Okay, so we need to have a system in place wherein I can track those critical components and marry those components with the vehicle. So as and when the vehicle gets manufactured, these parts should also get tracked with this. These are very critical in terms of emission, in terms of warranty as well. So this is the first aspect. Second is, I think, of course, the connected vehicles. So with integration of Internet of Things and connectivity with vehicles, and enabling a real-time data exchange between vehicles and components. For example, with as you know that we have got BS6 launched and phase 2, which has recently launched in April 2023. Now every manufacturer needs to track his vehicle emission factors through collected cloud platform. So he needs to have every minute details which the vehicle, where the vehicle is moving, whether the person has altered anything in the vehicle. Because in case something comes up that your vehicle is not performing as per emission standard, the manufacturer can tell them that look, this guy has done something in this vehicle with some proof. Next is, of course, we all know that electric vehicles, most of the manufacturing are pumping money into electric vehicles. Next, I think not India per se, but especially valid for European and advanced countries, it will be autonomous vehicle. That thing is going to come for sure. For India, it will be a little bit autonomous, but not fully autonomous vehicle that is going to. Next thing, all factories which will now get set up will be all smart factories. All this will be machines which will talk with each other, connect with each other, share data across the lines. Next is, of course, data analytics and AI. So the increased use of data analytics and artificial intelligence and personalized driving experience, AI will play a significant role in enhancing the vehicle safety and efficiency by study of the driving pattern. So as you know, we are already seeing the usage of ADAS, that is Advanced Driving Assistance System. So it helps the driver, especially in critical times, in braking, in saying that anything is coming in between or not. So these things are will get more technology advanced in coming terms. Next is the supply chain resilience. So greater focus on supply chain and flexibility to mitigate the disruptions like the ones we see during the COVID-19 pandemic. So manufacturer will invest in digital tools which will help in supply chain optimization. For example, so we have got a company, it has got a tier 1 vendor, it has got a tier 2 and tier 3, tier 4. We have got a location as well. So manufacturer will track and map all the value chain management across all these tier 1, tier 2 and their location as well, and which critical components they are supplying. So in case we have got exposure to China and if something comes up in China and we see that it is going to affect our vehicle production, we can link those parts with our bill of material and our production plan and identify which vehicle I should not be producing because these parts are going to affect my vehicle production.
Right.
Of course, next is sustainability. So as we know, everything will be green. More and more manufacturers will try to have practices which will reduce waste, minimize environmental impact. And last, and of course, this is which we cannot avoid is cybersecurity. So with connected vehicles across all platforms, we have cyber threats that will be coming in and we need to take protection against that. So these are the things which are going to happen.
Great, I think very well covered in terms of various aspects and the entire journey of digital transformation in the industry. Maybe if we can go further into the department wise, and if you can tell us how can automotive industry leverage digital transformation to streamline the production process?
So basically, automotive digital transformation can streamline the production process in several ways. So rather, I would say digital transformation is the only way where we can streamline the production process. So first is will be a data-driven decision making, of course. So in most of the organization, currently we see that there are various systems and all data is isolated in every system. So we need to have data lake in place first. With that data lake, we'll be capturing all the data in a single database. And once the database, we have a database in place, with digital transformation, we can do analysis of vast amounts of data of various points in production process. And manufacturers can use this data to do analytics and machine learning to gain insights into production efficiency, then your quality control and maintenance needs. Next will be a predictive maintenance. So as we know that we have with IoT coming in, we have got sensors and analytics which will help in predictive maintenance as well. For example, we take a typical any line production line wherein we are having the various motors. So in case if we capture the vibration and the thermal data of the movement of the machines or the motor, with this we have AI in place. We can predict whether the machine is going to get affected or not. We have got a smooth operation, and as and when it deviates from the smooth operation for a continuous period, we can give an alert, and the maintenance team can go quickly work on this part and ensure that the line doesn't stop over there. Next is window timing. So I'll give an example in this. This is especially related to supply chain. So we have got a plant where the production capacity was say 600 numbers. Now with increase in demand, 600 per day, I would say. So with increasing demand to say 1,200, 1,300 per day, the plant has its full capacity and is running with 150 percentage capacity. Now with this capacity, there is a chaos. So all vehicles are coming in, though we have got an MRP in place where we are giving schedules to vendors through SAP and vendors are supplying as per MRP. But this doesn't tell me that which part should come at what time. We had implemented a very good solution for this because there was a huge turnaround time for trucks as well. So trucks used to wait for 5 hours, 6 hours, and there was used to have continuous line of trucks waiting to download the material. While we can't change the dock level timing, depending on the material, how much time it takes to download, but we can ensure that which part should come at what time and at which place. So this helps to streamline the operation, ensures that the turnaround time of vehicle goes down. So this also helps in sustainability as well. So if my vehicle turnaround time is 5 hours and it goes by 4 hours, so it is a great reduction in turnaround time as well. So window timing also helps. Next is, I would say, time to market. So if we have got a system wherein we can have early vendor onboarding at DR0 stage of a vehicle, this helps in time to market. So the development times comes down in this. Next, I would say that quality control, of course. So quality is essential to any vehicle. So digital transformation enhances quality control through real-time monitoring and inspection. So we have got a machine vision in place. If we have with AI, we can teach that machine that this is a good part and this is a bad part. So every part that goes through optical scanner immediately detects which one is bad, and there is less manual intervention, and a huge means we have got a good quality output which comes out. Next, of course, with MES means manufacturing execution system coming into place, we have got energy efficiency as well. So I'll give an example for this as well. So we had connected smart meters for electricity, smart meters for air, smart meters for water consumption. So we used to observe how the trend is. So in case the factory is closed and if I still find that my consumption is up, my air consumption is up, and my water consumption is up, I can isolate or pinpoint that issue at a block level, then going at a line level. With this, we can improve our energy efficiency as well as get a cost reduction as well. And lastly, and not the least, we have got a RPA in place. So all transactional related activity, which is more valid for a department such as HR, which keeps on processing similar data, we can have RPA in place, which helps to reduce the operator timeline and also fatigue as well. So these are all the important parameters which helps.
Excellent. Very elaborative, and definitely, I think, again, covered with all the aspects of it. My next question is, how can digital transformation's interactive tool make it easier for manufacturers to find and retain new customers?
With AI coming in place and technology available, so there are various techniques with which we can retain. Of course, the build quality and quality of the product is important, but there are other things as well which enhances customer engagement. So first is, how do we enhance customer engagement? So in case we have got interactive tools like chatbots, social media platforms, interactive websites, which allows for real-time engagement with potential and existing customers, manufacturing can respond to these inquiries fast. I'll give an example. There are special tools in place which captures the cookies. So with these cookies, I have got an IP address in place wherein I know that which IP address has asked for inquiries. So, and with these inquiries, I can specific target marketing for those customers. Second is personalization. By capturing the search data through internet intelligent market information, which I told recently, we can have a personalized recommendation and offers which can attract and retain customers by showing them that their preference and needs are understood and valued as well. So what they want is getting delivered to them. With augmented reality and virtual reality coming into place, we have got interactive tools which can give an experience to customer about the look and feel of the vehicle, which also helps them in selecting a vehicle or which vehicle they should go for. For example, color, fitment, and all these things can be done through these tools. Then we have got mobile apps in place as well, which helps for easy ordering and tracking and transparency as well. So where my vehicle is and where I'm supposed to get the delivery from. And last and not the least, we can go for an e-commerce platform wherein we'll use their website. For example, if you see Flipkart is now advertising for airlines tickets. And similarly, automotive companies can also go for this e-commerce website. And with AI and AR and virtual this image representation, we can have some booking done through this platform as well.
Right. Excellent. And are there any kind of impacts that can be highlighted in terms of the whole digital transformation and the automobile manufacturing industry?
So I would say the impact of digital transformation on the automobile manufacturing industry is profound and far-reaching. There are some key aspects of this impact. So first is productivity. So digital transformation led to more efficient and productive manufacturing processes. And with manufacturing execution system in place and lots of automation and IoTs, this has led to huge improvement in productivity. Example, a plant can just get all the data sitting at its place and monitoring the entire plant production. So for example, if I'm a plant head for it, I can monitor how my weld shop production is going on, how my paint shop production is going on, how my assembly production is going on, how my powertrain production is going on. So everything can be done with MES in place at line level, micro level as well. Next is the supply chain management. So digital technology provides a real-time visibility to supply chain manufacturing, supply chain as well. So manufacturer can track the movement of the parts and raw materials which are coming in and improve the inventory as well with this and respond swiftly to disruption. So I'm tracking a part and I know that there is some traffic disruption which is likely to delay my JIT or GIS part, which is coming in sequence or just in time. What I can do is I can just send a vehicle and get those parts to ensure that my line runs.
Right.
Plan some buffer stock or some safety stock which can help in avoiding the disruption for this. Next is the smart factories. So factories are becoming smart with interconnected machinery and systems. So data from systems and devices are collected and analyzed to fine-tune our operations and predict maintenance needs and ensure quality. Next, I would say sustainability, of course. So digital transformation supports sustainability efforts. For example, a vendor CO2 level mapped and found carbon emissions at vehicle level. So I'll give an example which we have implemented recently. So what we have done is that we have got a part numbers in place. We know this part comes from which vendor and what is the distance and which vehicle vendor sends this parts track with this combination. And I have got the CO2 emission of the vehicle as well. And with this tracking, I can identify quickly through a dashboard that which are my top non-performing, non-sustainable vendors. And with this information in place, I can optimize my how the part should get delivered, by which vehicle it should get delivered, and how can I reduce the carbon emission in this. We have reduced the most, rather we have removed those top non-performing vendors in this. And next, I would say is the quality control. So again, I would keep on sharing example of MES. So with MES coming in place, we have got a quality QMS, quality management system in place, wherein I can capture the feed forward mechanism, feed backward mechanism, and alarm escalation. So with feed forward and feed backward mechanism, I can give feedback to my upward process and my downstream process as well, that this fault has happened and you need to take immediate action on that. Yeah, I think these are the main important points.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Anand. I think it was a very, very, very insightful session, and I'm sure all the viewers listening to this interview of ours will have a lot of use cases that can be, picked up from this discussion of ours. Any pointers that you would like to add for our viewers who would watch this interview?
So going forward, I would say things that matter will be you need to invest on smart trees. We need to have IoTs and OTs in place, and we need to keep on hunting for new technologies because we can never know which technology can get obsolete in what time of point. Though we have planned for 5 years, that 5 years has got no value in current changing technology. So we need to plan for 5 years, but we need to keep a track of those changes which are happening and plan as per that.
Right, of course, of course. So when we say, every 5 years, of course, it's a very dynamic working environment. So every 5 years, do you think that it needs a restructure? It needs a reapproach. Of course, now it is every year, but whatever was implemented 5 years back becomes a legacy, and it needs to be completely revamped. Do you see that kind of industry dynamics changing?
Yes, so I'll give you example for this as well. So for example, take example of data center. So 3, 4 years back, I have a data center in place with upgraded all hardware architecture. So what I will do, after implementing this, I will plan for next 5 years. So after 5 years, I need to have this is hardware in place, and I'll make a budget for that. But
Right.
now, so if you go by current situation, this practice is no more valid. With cloud coming in and the scalability option coming in, so do we really need to go for this option or not? So there
Right.
are other options as well. For example, we can say HP or Dell provides option for converting this capex into opex model as well. So
Right.
whether we need to go for opex model or capex model or not. So things are not what we say going as a plan. We need to keep
Yeah.
on thinking what market dynamics is.
Wow. So I think that's what is very challenging, right? Because one, staying updated of what's happening in the industry, getting that implemented, and then realizing that okay, what took time and effort to implement is now being further enhanced a
We
way
need
of
a review as well, right?
yeah, correct. Great conversation, Anand. Thank you so much for taking out time, joining us on this interview. And I'm really looking forward to having many more interactions with you in the future as we see the industry is ever evolving. So I'm sure there are various other topics that we can talk about.
Thank you, Khushbu, for inviting me.
Thank you.